In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to reproduce the photo effect here, where the photograph is blending with the paper behind it. As you can see, there's a crease here and there are lines, and all that is showing through the photograph here. Okay, so first I'm going to delete this photograph and import the original one. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is be able to see through the photograph and see the texture of the paper. So I'm going to go to blend mode and change it to multiply, and now you can see the crease and the lines through the photograph. Okay, the next thing I want to do is improve the brightness of the photo. So I'm going to go to Photo Lab here, and on the left hand side you can see some filters. At the bottom of the Creative tab there's one filter called Old Photo. If I click on it, the filter is applied to the photograph, and I like the intensity of the filter, but I don't like the sepia color and the vignette. But that's not a problem. On the right hand side there's a trial zone, and at the bottom here there's vignette. I'm going to click the cross to remove it, and also at the bottom of black and white there's the tint with hue and saturation, and then click and drag saturation to the left. Now under lighting there's exposure, brightness and contrast. I'm going to use the brightness slider and click and drag to the right up until about probably about here, but I want to keep the contrast, so the contrast slider is here and I'm going to click and drag to the right, and you can see I want to keep the contrast between the shadows here and the eyes and the highlights of the skin. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to click OK and commit the filters. Okay, now my photograph is here and the filter has been applied. It's quite good because the color of the skin is very similar to the color of the paper now, but you can see the lines, the scratches and the crease of the paper that's behind it. Okay, but now I want to blend the edges of the photograph with the paper. So I'm going to go to Scissors, choose Square Punch, and here you can change the size or the shape of the square here, but I'm going to keep it like this. Click Cut, and the photograph is now divided into three parts. I don't want the part on the left, I click on it, and I don't want the part on the right, so I click on it. And I'm left with the middle part, and what I want to do is I want to blend the edges of this photograph. So I'm going to go to Transparency, and under None I'm going to choose Square. Okay, as I do this, most of the photograph disappears and there's only a little bit here that is 100% visible. Okay, but I want part of this area here to be more visible, so that's very easy. I'm going to go to Edit, and as you can see here, this represents the photograph, and the black area is the visibility. This is 100% visible, and that's not a lot. I want more of the photograph to be visible here, more of the face that's going to be here. So what you can do is you got here gradient, and you got the black and you got the white that are transparent. If you click underneath the gradients as near the black square as possible, like this, you can get another black point, and click and drag this one to the right, and as you can see below, the black area is increasing, so the photograph is going to be more visible around this side here. Okay, so I'm going to try this. Okay, I'm going to click on the edge here, and it looks quite good. It looks pretty good. You can see that the edge here is blending quite well everywhere. You can go back into the transparency tool if you want to and modify it, but I'm going to keep it like this. I might just reduce the photograph, the size of the photograph a little bit, reposition it just like this, and using the eraser tool I'm going to erase the corners of the photograph that appear on the buttons here, and that's fine here. Okay, and you've got your photograph blending with your paper. This concludes the tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it.